Every single day, your business is sitting on an absolute goldmine of data. Seriously. It's in every sales call, every support ticket, every single video meeting. Your customers are literally telling you exactly what they want, what they need, and where you're falling short. So, the multi-billion-dollar question is, are you actually listening? Well, for most companies, the answer is a pretty shocking no. I mean, get this. Research shows that over 90% of the strategic insights from your day-to-day customer conversations are just lost forever. They basically evaporate the second the call ends. Just think about that for a second. 9 out of every 10 critical pieces of feedback or competitive intel or genius product ideas just poof, gone. And the result of losing all that data is, well, it's painful. It means leaders are left managing by anecdote, by gut feelings. Just like this quote says, they're relying on a sales forecast that looked good until it disappeared. You see, when you're blind to what's really happening in those conversations, you're not managing with data, you're managing with guesswork. And that's exactly why deals that seemed like a sure thing suddenly fall apart, and why small customer issues snowball into massive problems. So how do we fix this, right? How do we finally tap into that gold mine? Well, the answer is a pretty amazing piece of technology, an AI that completely flips the script. This isn't about creating another AI that talks to your customers. It's about creating an AI that truly, deeply listens to them. And that's what we call conversation intelligence, or CI for short. At its heart, it's AI software that captures and analyzes 100% of your customer interactions. We're talking calls, emails, chats, the whole shebang. And it turns all that messy, unstructured talking into clear, actionable, data-driven insights. It's about going way beyond what was said to actually understand why it matters to your business. Now, here's something really important that trips a lot of people up. Conversation intelligence is not the same thing as conversational AI. Think of it like this. Conversational AI, like chatbots, that's the technology that talks. Conversation intelligence is the technology that listens and understands everything that's being said in the background. So one is the actor on stage and the other is the analyst in the audience, figuring it all out. So how does this magic actually work? Well, it's really a 3-step process. First, the AI captures and transcribes the raw audio from every single interaction. Then, using some really advanced natural language processing, it analyzes and understands that transcript to figure out the real meaning, the topics, and the intent. And finally, it quantifies everything, like customer sentiment or product mentions, and surfaces all those key insights in these really simple, easy-to-read dashboards. And let me tell you, this is not some small niche trend. The market for this stuff is absolutely exploding. This chart right here shows the global CI market is projected to rocket from about $1.25 billion in 2024 to over $12 billion by 2033. And why is that? It's because the underlying AI, the same powerful engine that's driving the whole generative AI revolution, is finally strong enough to deliver on this promise at a massive enterprise scale. But the real power of conversation intelligence isn't just about the cool analytics. It's about breaking down those walls, those silos between your different departments to create one single unified source of truth about your customer. Let's dig into how that actually works. So let's start with sales. For any sales leader out there, the holy grail is predictable revenue. Conversation intelligence is the tool that makes that dream a reality. It helps shift sales management from, an art form based on intuition to a data-driven science. So how does it do that? Well, for starters, it lets you basically clone your top sales reps. It identifies the exact words, the phrases, the talk tracks that actually win deals, and then turns that into a playbook for the entire team. It also acts like an early warning system, flagging deals that are at risk in real time. Oh, and by automating all that annoying admin work like CRM updates, it can boost a rep's actual selling time by as much as 50%. And the impact on the bottom line? It's massive. This isn't just a theory. Studies show that sales teams who really embrace conversation intelligence see an average overall revenue growth of 21%. That is a complete game changer. Okay, let's pivot over to customer service. This department has traditionally been seen as just a cost center, right? But with CI, it transforms into a strategic insight hub. It stops being about just reacting to problems and starts being about proactively improving the entire business from the ground up. And this transformation happens in a few really cool ways. So instead of just randomly sampling a couple of calls for quality checks, CI lets you do 100% automated quality assurance on every single interaction. But even more importantly, it helps you find the root cause of why customers are calling in the first place. Maybe it's a confusing billing process, so you can fix the underlying problem and reduce call volume for good. It can even detect signs of agent burnout just from the tone of their voice, helping you keep your best people. And finally, let's talk about marketing. For a CMO, conversation intelligence is like having this direct, unfiltered pipeline to the authentic voice of your customer. It gives you insights that are so much more powerful than any survey or focus group ever could be. This is where you get to move beyond what people say in a survey and start capturing the unprompted voice of the customer, the exact words and phrases they use naturally. That stuff is absolute gold for writing marketing copy that actually connects with people. You can also track if your sales team is even using your key messages and see how customers are reacting to them. And get this, it acts as a 24/7 competitive intelligence engine, flagging every single time a competitor is mentioned on a call. All right, now for the final and maybe most important piece of the puzzle. Adapting CI isn't just about buying a new piece of software, it's a major strategic decision. And for leadership, that means facing a critical fork in the road. And that big decision is whether to buy an off-the-shelf platform or build a custom solution from scratch. This table lays out the trade-offs pretty clearly. Buying a platform is fast, it has a lower upfront cost, but you're pretty limited in how much you can customize it. Building, on the other hand, is slower and more expensive to start, but it gives you total customization and, this is the key part, a much higher competitive edge. So really, the choice boils down to this. Buying a platform is a tactical move. It helps you catch up with the market and get more efficient. But because any of your competitors can go out and buy the exact same software, the insights you get become a commodity. Building a custom solution, though, that's a strategic move. It's about creating a proprietary insight engine that nobody else has and that no one can replicate. That is a truly sustainable competitive advantage. So look, the evidence is clear. Your customer conversations are your single most valuable, most analyzable data asset. The technology to finally unlock it is here, and it's ready to align your entire company around a single, unified understanding of your customer. The insights that will define your future success are already happening every single day on every single call. The only question left is, are you listening?